start the game. Okay, he plays the e4. Now I wanted to reply with e5. Okay, knight to f3 and knight to c6 here. Okay, planning the knight is that great. So I want to bring my bishop on c5. If he takes my knight, and I can take his pawn also. Okay, so I want to bring up my knight on that point. The reason is I didn't keep my pawn on this point. So I think it's clear right now. Okay. Okay, he wants what I didn't know. So let's first keep the bishop here. Okay, and threatening the taking queen. Okay, so let's back up the knight here. Okay. Okay. So I didn't want to keep the knight at that point. Okay, I think he's losing one pawn here. Okay, so let's castle first. Okay. He made up his days. So let's trade here. His I need to sincere for that. Okay, so I didn't want to keep the knight here. Okay, so now I can play white here. If I bring up my okay, here his knight wants to come on c4 and b5 here. Okay, on b5 he cannot come. Okay, so I think this is better for keep pressuring on his knight. My knight can jump on c4. Okay, queen. He wants to take the queen. Is that better? Okay, I know this is better. Okay, but he can pressurize me also. So let's go for the open file and want to go on the 7th rank. Okay, so let's give him a check. Okay, and give a double rook on this file. Okay, he double up the rook on this file, so let's take first, and I can take this one also. This is also free for me. So I can find benefit here for the isolated pawn. Okay, he wants to go for it. So let's go on this diagonal. I think that doesn't matter. Okay. So if I trade the knight, uh, I think I need to push my all pawns and everything to the white square. Okay. So let's go back on this point. Uh, okay, he takes my knight. Okay, I can now take the action of rook here. Okay, so let's give a check here. He wanted to trade my knight. Okay, so rook trade. I didn't know, is that better or something? Okay, let's keep the all of pieces in light square. Okay, that's disable. Okay, now I am watching live chat here. Tanjina Delar, hello, Tanjina Delar. Okay, so on me I take the bishop here. Okay, I think I can keep the bishop also. Okay, so let's try the opponent blunders situation. You know, okay, now the queen wants to take action, so I didn't give up this. Okay, so this is the power of centralize the queen here, king here. Okay, so my knight cannot move. Okay, also my knight cannot move on this diagonal, so let's push the pawn. Okay, I can push this pawn also here, so okay, I didn't want to break down this line because I have a good maneuver after this point. Okay, so let's go for the big side here. Okay, I have a check on this file, so we need to change here. Okay, I want to trade the bishop on this diagonal. Maybe I am winning right now. Also, okay, he's resigned. Let's check. Okay, this is my first game. Okay, welcome, Mahimili. How are you? Let's start video game. I am doing great. Okay, good to see you from every day. Let me say I'm also fine. Okay, so what's my opponent wanted to do? Okay. Um, okay, so I want to bring up my knight on this file. Okay, so let's push up this pawn and make some attack on this file. Okay, so let's see what my opponent wanted to do on this file. I need to think about three of item here. Okay, so first is first, then okay, I have a bishop also. He has some rank as you. Okay, he is not same rank. He is 1694. He is up from me, and my is 1669. He is almost 30 ranked plus. Okay, so I want to go for breakdown the file of uh, SGH. Really wanted to break down. Okay, let's push the pawn. Okay, let's kick the queen from this diagonal. Okay, I think I made a mistake. If before pawn pushing, it will be better. Okay, no matter. So let's push the pawn. Uh, let's trade my white bishop. You know, the light square bishop. That was very better on that. Okay, he can trade my knight on this point. So at first I want to keep this knight. If I kick this, he take this, and this. Okay, so uh, I need to protect the queen. So let's meet up a battery here. Okay, now made up this here. I can made up a check on this. Is there any pawn available? Okay, I can find one pawn. Okay, okay. The knight comes. I didn't know. Shit. I think I made up a mistake on this. I can make check on this file and okay. So the option is now available on check and takes the knight. I missed the first one and also grabbed the second one here. Okay. So I think that's not a big deal. There is no attack alive. So I didn't want to take the pawn and I wanted to trade the queen here also. Okay. So he didn't want to trade. the queen. So let's have some fun. Okay, if he didn't wanted to trade it, I can check. Is also so okay. Okay, cool, cool down. Okay, I need to double up my queen here. Okay, so let's see what's my opponent doing here. Okay, so at first protect and king, the king safety first here. Okay, so I wanted to double my queen here. Okay, so now I can also trade the queen. Sorry, trade the rook on this file, and I can push my pawn also. I didn't know which one is better. Okay, let's see. Okay, he wants to double his rook. Shei bhai. Okay, are you from Bangladesh, Shei bhai? I'm also from Bangladesh. Next time, okay. Okay, thank you for the comment. Next time, DK, if you love to play, I will always there with you. Okay, so he's thinking on. He can make up a mistake on this. So I didn't want to make any type of mistake here. 1600 is actually really good. 1600 is actually really good. You think? Uh, if you study properly, if you know, the next time DK, if you are noob, you don't know how to play chess. If you study 6 months or 1 year, that your rating will be 1700 or 1800. So how 1600 is very good, actually really good. How? So I can, okay, I cannot take this on here. So there is a tactics on this point. So now I can take this pawn. Okay, he is protect the pawn, but now I have a attack on this, but how could I attack on this? Okay, I think this is not really good at, but okay, he pushed the pawn, so give the rook on this point, and I think there is much more on this. Takes with bishop. Okay, okay, he can take my d file pawn also. I didn't care about it. Right now I am one piece up, so I can really give up this pawn here. Okay, so 1 2, which one I take is first? If I take okay, he's threatening my rook on a1 file. So I didn't want to keep my rook here. So I want to double up my rook on this file. Okay, okay, bro. Okay, bro. You are playing so much well as well as. Okay. So at first takes the rook here, and sorry, takes the queen on this diagonal. So let's go for it. If he takes with rook, and I can also takes with rook. Oh, he takes with bishop. He takes with bishop. So how could I recover this? Okay, if I takes with uh, okay, at first do it for okay, he can made up a check here, so I need to play the sincere on this. Okay, he have a check this. So at first I release the check on this, so I have two pieces on the defender, so I am winning right now. I think the next time, DK, are you there? If you played well, you can also win game. Okay, first time I win two games. The third game will be harder to me. It's 1686. Okay. So I think he's plays the London system, and on the London system the bishop is so powerful, so I wanted to trade the bishop here first. uh, okay, so trade the bishop. If knight comes to forward, I didn't mind. Okay, if I trade two bishop on this diagonal, there is no attacks on. Okay, so two bishop on this diagonal, takes with queen. So I know the all is good and all is equal. Okay, so short castle will be not very uh, much pressure, not keep very much pressure on this. I can also push this pawn also here. Okay, if he trade, okay, sorry for that, I can do it later. uh, Hello Mahimili, how are you? Okay, uh, I think there is space here for make up a check on this. So let's go for it. Okay, I have a open knight on this diagonal. So do it and go for it, and also have a queen to pressurize here. Now I can block with the rook on f5. Okay, so let's go for it. Now I have a check on the b3, and I cannot move my okay. So trading the queen, is that better? I didn't know. Trading the queen here, is that better? I think it's not good yet. So let's maneuver the knight. I think it's the better position right now. Okay, hey, he's always threatening my rook, bishop and knight, so let's go for defending the threat. Okay, I can also do it for you, brother. Okay, he's threatening my rook. So at first I can go for this pawn. Okay, and go with this, maybe better here. Now let's see what's my opponent do. I can make up a draw here also, and if I give my rook, is that better? I didn't know. Okay, he's now he's left the here, so okay, so knight is also threats here. Okay, okay. So let's go with this pattern. If I find any check here, this will be better on this diagonal. He takes the rook on this. Okay, I think he can make a blunder here. Okay. So okay, he wants to take my knight here, so take my pawn here. So why did I keep it for non-tactics? Okay, so push the push here. Okay, he have a better opportunity to fork mine. Okay, he didn't take the chance here, so let's go for it. Okay, he's threatening right now. Yeah, so if I takes the knight, threatening the knight here. Okay, I take the risk on this diagonal. Okay, so go with this. I think now I am losing here. Okay, so now there is no game, so resign the game. So let's rematch with the same player. So right now I wanted to play the London system and bring up the bishop on the f4. Okay, he also bringing up his bishop on f4. So a3. I want to play this full setup here. You know, on the London setup, you can trade your opponent bishop and okay, he wants to trade my bishop also. I didn't want to give it up. So if it takes, I can take with this pawn. The pawn on center, it's always best here. So I can go for trade another knight. Okay, if he, I think he didn't want to do it. Okay, so I think this is better here. Okay, so let's push this pawn double. Okay, go for okay, I find a space on this diagonal. So the pyramid of B, C, D and E have file. This is very good for me. So thank you everyone for commenting me. space. Okay, I didn't know what my opponent wanted to do. I just know I can take the g-file pawn. Okay, push the g-file pawn. Okay, now it takes this. Okay, so let's go for it. I think I can own one pawn here. What do you think about this pawn? Okay, so let's go for it. And if I made a bit check, this will be better. Okay, so double up the rook. Is that mate? Is that mate here? I didn't know. I think there is force mate on this. Okay, so let's check on h8 and a7. Oh, checkmated the same player with the London system. So let's play a new game. Okay, e4, e5. Okay, I think he wants to also wanted to play the London system, but he wanted to keep the bishop. Okay, so f1 bishop is inside on this, so take. So we cannot find any tactics on this, I think. Okay, so I think the short castle will be very pressurized on his. Okay, so my develop is done. Now attack the opponent first. Okay, at first he wanted to break down the isolated pawn here, so go for it. And okay, so let's do it for fun. Okay, so we have isolated pawn, and I also have isolated pawn. I want to trade the bishop. You know, you wanted to think about the active pieces, so this bishop was so activated on this diagonal, so that's why I trade this. So let's go the open file here. I can go with this and double up my bishop. Okay, so if I do not trade, is that better? If I trade, this will be better. So let's first kick the knight, or do not want to keep attacks from knight here. So I think I have the isolated pawn here. Okay, now see. So let's take the pawn with knight, and if it takes with knight, I wanted to do nothing. I wanted to take the uh, knight from this diagonal. So I need to think all of his about and what he wanted to do. Okay, he wants to keep pressure on this diagonal. Okay, also threading my rook. So let's spin the bishop. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, I think I need a backup my rook. So what's my opponent idea? I didn't know my opponent's idea here. Okay, he wants something from me and netting threat on this. So if I take this and netting threat, if my knight goes on bishop, there is no bishop here also. So is that better to take this knight here? So let's maneuver the knight first. Okay, I think now it's clear to take the knight here. Okay, I cannot take the pawn on this file because my knight is hanging on. Okay, what a tactics he gives me. Okay, he also takes my two pawn. Yeah. Oh, that simple mate here. He played so well on this game. Hi everyone. Move. Okay, so let's develop the bishop on this file and another bishop. I think that's not work. Okay, let's go for trading the pawn here. I think the okay, he can take my. I know the tricks. So my knight can jump onto it. I didn't know what my opponent wanted to do. Let's push this pawn. Okay, I think that's dangerous on this, so we can make up a check and take some advantage from this. Okay, now go for this pawn trading. I can also some from by tactics here. You know, I need to push this pawn here. Okay, so okay, he wanted to trade my queen. I think now I don't need queen here. Okay. You know, the 7th rank is always better. Why did I left the 7th rank? So I left 2 pawns there. I think he know the tricks on this point. Okay, let's go for it. Threatening 2 pawn is not better, I think. Shit. Okay. He wants to made up a check on this, so let's resign the game. There is no way to win here. So I want to restart the original version of game. So bye bye today and see you the next time.